Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be another chatty get ready with me first impressions. The star of the show is going to be my Flamingo palette by Voss. So there's still going to be some first impressions. I'm going to use the Too Faced Naturals face palette and use the blush, the poppy blush on my cheeks because I haven't tried that color. I picked up the butter bronzer. I've already tried this, but the color that they used to have was too light for me. So I picked up the deepest shade just because people were saying that these still are light. So I'm going to be testing this out as my bronzer today. I'm going to go back in for a second day with the Fit Me because I used the Becca, I think it's the backlight priming filter, and I felt like it was a little too luminous. So I'm going to try it with this L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock and see how that works with it. I also want to test out this for a second time. I really enjoyed it with yesterday's look. I know this is like a cult favorite and then some people are tired of it. Honestly, I am older than a lot of YouTubers, a lot of the popular YouTubers out here. So this is very finely milled. And I think a lot of people who are over are honestly the people with young skin who don't need foundation. I didn't need to wear foundation until maybe 2 years ago. I mean, people would, and now it's because my dark spots are starting to come through. People at where I work would ask about my foundation and I'm like, I'm not wearing any. I did use well, I've always used Bare Minerals foundation, but that wasn't all the time. That's when I wanted to wear makeup. Now I pretty much don't leave the house without my Bare Minerals foundation or a liquid foundation if it's like I'm going out at night. For the longest time, I only wore foundation when I needed to, and it wasn't every day. So I think a lot of these young YouTubers, I watch their videos, I like them, but a lot of them don't need that much foundation. I mean, they have beautiful, flawless skin. I can understand some that are trying to hide their acne. I still have acne. I have adult acne. So I wanted to try this Smashbox. I got this for the 21 Days of Beauty. This is a first impressions. I typically use... thank goodness. I don't like the spray on this. I typically do use like an essence or a toner after I wash my face in the morning. So I want to put that into my rotation. Next, I'm going to go in with Hylamide. This is a brand from Decium. I don't know if you've heard of The Ordinary. They're under the Decium umbrella. This is just a hyaluronic serum that I picked up. This sinks in pretty quickly. It's already dry. I know you should wait a couple minutes between each one, but for the sake of my camera overheating, I'm just gonna go right into it. And then this is The Ordinary. This is the Buffet. This is several, I don't know what it is, several different ingredients in the Buffet. The Ordinary is basically like a simplified skin regimen where you cocktail your own. So I will be having skincare reviews and also my skincare routine. I'll be filming that shortly. So now that I've done that, I'm going to prime the skin. And I'm gonna do my eyes first, but I'm gonna go ahead and just get all this out of the way. This feels very nice. This doesn't feel like silicone-y like some of the other ones. Ooh, and it looks like it really fills in my pores. Oh, I think I'm gonna like that. Star of the show, the Flamingo palette. So I was already thinking about what I'm gonna do, and I am going to, I know I wanna play with this Surf color. This is a really pretty dual chrome looking type of shade. It's like a blue, but it's got gold in it. And then I already did a look using teal, so I think I'm gonna stick with, I think I'm gonna do like a pink look today with that, because my shirt keep on chucking. So I am that person that sometimes matches my shadow to my shirt, and people are like, That's makeup rule 101. No, do what you want to do. I didn't have any of my brushes with me, but I was saying, you know, do whatever makes you happy. The only rule in makeup is that there is no rules. I read that somewhere, and it's true. Like, I never understood these older women that wore crazy eye makeup, and now the older I get, the more I want to play. And now it's becoming a trend. So I'm just taking the Urban Decay Anti-Aging. This is the second time I'm using it, just to see how the shadow performs on it. And I'm spreading it out with like a little more precision flat brush. I think I did it with my fingers yesterday, so I just like to test out the different ways. Okay, so I am going into the color, I am gonna go into Flamingo, because this is the Flamingo palette, and ooh, that's really, do not make the, I grabbed any fluffy brush. This is the ColourPop fluffy brush, but it's a little too dense. I'm gonna take my Sigma Tapered E40, and I'm gonna go on this eye. Yes, see, this is more fluffy. To me, when it's more dense, it like puts the product in that spot and then you can't move it around. I do think that the ColourPop brushes are good for the ColourPop formulas, which are a little more creamy. I can already see that these are not as easy to blend out, at least not this matte shade. I can blend it, but it's not as smooth as I would say the Urban Decay that I just have to work it a little more. It's coming out a little patchy. Not a lot. It's still a really pretty color. And I blend a lot. I still haven't learned how to like speed up in editing. Like, I just cut out sections, or else the video will be like 40 minutes long, because I blend. Blending is what calms me. So, and I just think it gives it a more blown out, smooth finish. Some I have to work a little longer, like this color in particular, I kind of had to work a little more. I am going to take the color Sand, which is this light sandy color, and I'm just gonna pop that on the top. I usually do this at the end, but then with the more tapered brush, this is the Sigma E45 brush, I'm gonna go into Watermelon. It's a deeper pink shade, and I'm gonna concentrate that in the middle of my crease. And I think I have product on my brush, because yes, I did. So that's the one thing I'm not crazy about black. I prefer white, even though it gets stained, because sometimes, like right now, I had product on there and I didn't realize it, because I have several brushes and it must have gotten mixed back in. So I am taking the Urban Decay, and I'm kind of setting that on top to diffuse that purple that came out, because I want a more pink shade, not a purple shade. Then I'm going to take my Luxie brush, this angle brush, and go back into Sand and kind of pat that on top, because it's like a nude shade. So let's see if we can, yes, okay. It's not as pink. There still seems to be, like, I don't know if you can tell, but this side is more pink. And then this has like a little bit more of a purple. And I took most of my brushes that I used yesterday, and this one must have just snuck away. So what I'm gonna do is take that same brush and just kind of work it a little bit so I can get some of that color to match, because I'm all about symmetry. And even though I wanted this to be more of a pink color, it's just not. it's not in the stars. So I'm gonna see if I can get, there we go, yeah. Once I do that, I'm gonna take my fluffy brush. I'm gonna go ahead and put that brush far, far away. And I'm gonna go back into Flamingo and I'm gonna go over everything. Because it's lighter, that's how I get that gradient blend effect. And then I'm gonna repeat in the center. I'll take watermelon, pop that in the center. And watermelon's got like gold, I don't know, when I dip into it, like these little tiny gold flecks are coming up, which I don't hate. It's just, it's kind of cool because you look at it and it looks straight pink. And then, okay. Well, I just feel like this eye's a little more purple. And it's bothering me. So I'm going to move on, or I'm just going to keep rubbing my eyes raw. I'm going to take the color Surf, which is that blue color right there that I was talking about. And I'm going to pop it on my lid, but first I am going to do it without wetting my brush. Whoa. So this color is very unique. And when it goes on the lid, you start seeing the yellow. Oh, that is a gorgeous color. This is my first Violet Voss, and I am excited I got it. I'm also excited that I got the Urban Decay one. I really love the way my eye look came out yesterday. And I can't wait to play with it and post photos on Instagram. I will link my handle below because I do about 3 to 4 looks with each palette that I get. I am, just because I'm curious, now I'm gonna take some MAC Fix Plus, wet my brush, and dip back into Surf. Now there is quite a bit of, ooh, when you wet the brush, the blue comes out more. So depending on what you want, it's more yellow when you don't, more gold I should say, and then when you wet it, I feel like you see more of the light blue shade. I prefer it with the brush wet, but I guess it also depends on the look I'm going for. I also think that shadows are good when I don't have to cut my crease. Like this color went on top very nicely. And sometimes I just don't want to spend the time cutting the crease. So, okay. I think I'm going to take Donut. And I am going to put that here. I don't know where I'm going with this look, but I'm going with it. I like the shade. I don't know if I like what I'm creating here. This pink is pretty. It's just a little too bubblegum for the other pinks that I have going on here. So I think I'm going to try Seashell. Spray my brush and pop it on top and see if maybe that will blend it. Like maybe put it in the middle, in the center. These metallics are very, very pretty. Now go back into Donut and then deepen the corner. I think it's the Flamingo color that's throwing me off. I'm gonna take Watermelon and go back into my crease and see if I can't get this a little bit more pink to kind of go with this pink I got going on here. And then take it and start working it down here. Now I know I have to retouch this up once I do my foundation, but I always like to lay a base down of how it's gonna look, so I know if I'm gonna continue with the look. or if I'm going to give up on it altogether, which usually doesn't happen. It takes a lot for me to give up on a look. This is just coming out a little too... I will say that these colors don't muddy together. You can pretty much see where I laid everything down. So now I'm just trying to see if I'm gonna like this throughout the day. I'm gonna go back into Seashell, which was that lighter pink in the corner. Okay. So now I'm just gonna deepen this corner. Alright, so this is the eye look. I'm gonna put lashes on and then come back and finish my face. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So I'll be back. Okay, so now that I have liner and lashes, I'm not hating the look. I think liner and lashes just, I don't know, kind of bring a look together. Even one that maybe you're not feeling. But this is a really cute, it's, I don't know, maybe it's just a little too young for me. So I am gonna go in with this Fit Me Shine Free Balance. Yesterday I used the Morphe brush. I used this Morphe brush yesterday to spread it out, and I liked it, but I'm gonna try it today with the Beauty Blender. I like when people spread it with a brush. It just looks like luxurious and pretty, but I think I am a sponge kind of girl. Have you ever seen Seinfeld? Are you sponge worthy? What is that? I don't know if that's the primer, but something pilled. Wonder if that was there the whole time I was filming. I hope not. You're gonna see it if it was. Yesterday I said I didn't have like new concealers, and I actually have ColourPop that I have to try, and the Naked. The Naked went on sale a while back ago, and I forgot about it. And then when I was putting away some of my stuff, I saw it. So I am going to test this out and see how this wears throughout the day. Not super light, but then again I have kind of like a super light foundation. But you know, you come on here with first impressions, you just don't know what it's gonna be like until you get it on your skin. Ooh, so far this is blending out really nicely. I think I like it more. I was never crazy about the Tarte Shape Tape. I wear it, not that I don't like it, I just don't see what the big deal is. Maybe again on youthful skin, because it's youthful, so everything looks good on you. It made me look more wrinkly, and then Emily Noel had pointing out not slathering it on. And that's a tip that now I just use all the time. That's not too bad. But I mean, some of them just put it on so smoothly. I don't know. Great, now I have powder all over me. This and dust it off. I don't bake for too long. I just don't have the patience. All right, and then we're gonna go back and finish the eyes. I'm gonna take Watermelon and just pop that on the bottom, because I ended up blending Watermelon more into my crease when I saw that Flamingo was a little bit more coral, and the pinks that I applied on the top, they weren't jiving to me. So that is why I changed it and I took my fluffy brush and just kind of buffed it more, and I feel like that made me feel better because I wasn't really liking the look. I'm going to take Surf and just pop it down here in the corner. Okay. I mentioned this is the butter bronzer. Again, I had the, I think it was the lightest shade, I had just bronzer. It was like my skin color and I used it for correcting, but I wanted to try a deeper shade. This is not for deep tones, I'll tell you that right now, because this is like barely anything on me. I mean, it's coming up, but this is like, this is the darkest color that I found. It's called Deep Bronzer for white skin because, I mean, I'm a pretty pale Puerto Rican. Not pale, but I'm a light Puerto Rican. I'd say this bronzer is good for me, and anyone darker, you might need to work for it, and it ain't worth it, in my opinion. So I do love the butter bronzer, the formula. I like the smell, especially this time of year. It's just perfect, but they need to get with it. Let's get some deeper shades up in here. All right, this is the second time I'm using this. I have not dipped into Pink Wink, so I thought that would be pretty. I know this is gonna be super pigmented, so I'm gonna go really light. Yep, see? And just slowly work that in. So I am taking this with a very light hand because I want to wash a pink, but I want this poppy color. Okay. Highlight. I want to dip into this Natasha Denona. This is like their blush and glow. And I think I might layer this because this is a really pinky pink. I think I might layer this on top. I like this color, but I kind of want to test this out. And put it more in the front. Oh yeah. This is like a satin finish probably. So I think I'm going to enjoy that. And then I wanted to try the highlight. So the highlight is very subtle. And I've been getting a lot of like pop-in highlights. So I think this is gonna be a really nice, I'm gonna keep this in my everyday drawer for work. I think this is really pretty. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want like a sheeny wash of color, then you'll like this. If you're more of a make it blinding type of highlight girl, and then your blush to be like very pigmented, this ain't for you. But I'm happy I picked this up. This is gonna be really nice for my everyday work makeup, which I do a very minimal glowy look. And on Fridays, if I wake up early enough, I spice it up. I'm liking this highlight brush. I wanted to take my ColourPop and see if there was a difference. And I do feel like it lays on a little bit more. So I think this is, I think the Milani one is nice when you want like a light finish on a maybe more intense one, or even as a backup, but this is still my favorite, the ColourPop. Next up is brows. And this is the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and this is in the color medium brown. I go between medium brown and black, and there really is not like a really big, oh my god, difference. I had picked up one of each during the 21 Days of Beauty. They were like half the price, and I didn't know what color to pick. I took to YouTube and tried to find people with my kind of like hair color, and I kept getting medium and then dark. Let's try that brow gel. I really like this. I got this in that Bobbi Brown pink lip set when you hit a 500 points at Sephora, and then I think it was Emily Noel who talks about this being one of her June favorites. So I think it was what she was wearing in her video. Bobbi Brown Art Stick Liquid and in English Rose. Like it goes with my shadow. And I like that you can't feel it because it like sinks into your lip. I know she had a hard time describing what the formula was, It's like a stain. I think I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it. I think it looks really pretty. I'm just used to doing a lot of nudes. I love nudes on my lips. So, and then I feel like my waterline needs a little something. I'm gonna take this Urban Decay. It's like a purpley color. And I'm just gonna pop that underneath my waterline. And that will complete this look. Again, my shirt was inspiration. My sneakers, if you can see them. They also flip down, but I don't ever wear them like that because to me that's like for the kids. But it's a nice option. You know, it's a nice option. You could flip them down and then it says Converse like around the ankle. But as I'm walking, it flips up. Keep on chucking. I hope you enjoyed the video and my first impressions. I will follow them up with my review in a later video. Oh, wait. I know. I need setting spray. We'll do the Morphe and see how this works. I wore this yesterday. Stuff smells really good. Yesterday was just very luminous. And I think it's because I had a lot of things going on that were luminous. This is a little bit more matte. Some spots are luminous, but like my cheeks, but I feel like everything else is pretty matte. I'm wet now, so that will do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I meant to get into my foundation story here and I completely forgot. So I'm gonna get into it another day, but I had mentioned it in my video yesterday where I talk about why I didn't use foundation for the longest time, and I want to talk about that. So that will be in my next Chatty Get Ready With Me if I can remember. I'm gonna have to make a note on it in my notebook. If you did like this video, please give it a like. If you like me and haven't already subscribed, I really appreciate it if you clicked that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, bye.